Good morning.
Good morning.
A classic emerging idol. District Governor-elect Lion Viraf Mistry, the most outstanding leader not only of Lionism but in the city of Mumbai, past Sharif of Mumbai, Dr. Jagannath Rao Hegde, the future leaders, Firoz Katrak, Pavan Agarwal ji, the past district governors, Ravindra Kadel, Ares Susania, Devesh, Hemant Shah, Dr. K.T. Dalal, and all the leaders of this district who are going to hold the position of micro, GAT, ZC, RCA and RCA. बड़े प्रेम और सम्मान के साथ आप सबको मेरा प्यार भरा नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
रानी के साथ एक दिन बात चल रहा था तो उन्होंने मुझसे सवाल किया कि ये शादी क्या है। मैंने जवाब दिया मुझे आज तक पता नहीं चला क्योंकि आपका मूड तो हर एक दिन चेंज होता है। तो उन्होंने कहा शादी एक ऐसा चीज है जो बिजली के दो तार हैं, अगर सही जुड़े तो प्रकाश ही प्रकाश है और गलत जुड़े तो धमाके के ऊपर धमाके। आज आपके ऊपर है कि आज हमारे गवर्नर साहब ने जिन्होंने निर्णय लिया है कि आज एक सही ढंग से एक ट्रेनिंग होना चाहिए और उसमें अगर सही ढंग से अगर आपका तार जुड़ गए तो आपके पूरे इस साल प्रकाश ही प्रकाश होगा और जो पोजीशन आपको मिला है it will be the most outstanding year. Governor had given me one challenge. He said normally schooling में जब schooling करते हैं only 20% listen. Others are either involved with their WhatsApp messages or either they are busy talking to their colleagues sitting there. तो उन्होंने मुझे challenge दिया कि अगर आपको अगले साल बुलाना है तो आज आप दिखाइए मुझे कि 100% पार्टिसिपेशन कैसा करेंगे आप। अगर सभी अटेंडेंस जितने लोग हैं यहाँ पर उनको अगर आप 100% इसमें पार्टिसिपेट कराएंगे then we will consider of inviting you next year, otherwise your chances are. This was a great challenge. So the first thing what I would like to do is I want 5 people to come here and tell me why they have taken up this respective position. I don't want this standard answer. If your answer is going to be something different, then we will accept it that you are genuinely interested in taking up this position. For this, I am going to select 3 people who will be the judge. I will not be the judge. The past governors will not be the judge. I will select 3 lions of this district. One is Lion Mistry. She will be there. One Narendra Irawat ji, 2, and one from here, Firoza. You 3 be the judge, and I want 5 people to come on their own. Come, Farida, come, please.
Hello everybody. I'm really very happy. The portfolio that Governor-elect has given me is global marketing GAT. And what best than this, sir? The reason I was very happy is each and every one of us are the brand ambassador of Lions International, and I will have an opportunity to get that visibility. So I was very happy when the post was given to me.
What I want is not the visibility, what role you are going to play for this organization this year, and see that you finish it within a minute.
As I said, I will continue. Each one of us are the brand ambassador. Now, how do we portray ourselves? How do we take our step forward? So you want me to say all the plans that I have made?
1 minute.
So I will take up everything that gives the visibility. I will make things governor-elect available for all our lions. In short, jackets. We are talking about the banners, how to go about wearing their pins. Every meeting I will be checking everybody is with a pin. So that's how certain things are planned, sir, which will give us visibility. Collective efforts. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So I don't consider myself to be a very good leader, but I thought if I could work under his wings and learn and grow along, that will be a big achievement for me this year, and hence I chose. Since last 2 years I always wanted me to be part of his cabinet, which he's given me an opportunity. More so this particular post because I've been a banker. Yeah, so I'm the additional treasurer this year. So I thought something to do with accounts and the GST challenges that we are facing. I would love to do what is my kind of work, So I will certainly prove myself to be the apt worker in this particular position and do whatever needs to be done as guided by our Viraf. Thank you.
I will be brief. As a GMT membership from the GAT, it is the field where right from the international level they are saying bring members. And I am a person where I am feeling that I am giving myself a challenge. I would love to make each and whoever the club says we want a membership from you, I will see that I will be adding the members in their club. So it is a challenge for me. I am taking a challenge that I will be adding 100 members this year.
Already 7? Good.
Thank you, sir. Governor is giving me the post of twinning. Twinning means in our district also so many small clubs. I don't use the small club, use small family I would say. एक छोटी छोटी जो जितनी भी फैमिली है हमारी उनको एक करूँ मैं. एक करने से पूरी एक फैमिली बड़ी बन जाएगी और वो पूरी फैमिली मिलके डिस्ट्रिक्ट में अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट करे, अच्छी तरह से ट्रेनिंग में भी प्रोजेक्ट करे और नॉट ओनली इन डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल बट नेबरिंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट also in the international level also I am planning to make the twinning projects and everything and meetings. So I plan to make the meetings twinningly with other district also, international level also, in our small family also. And thank you.
Yes, 10 minutes. No, 5. You will get more chance subsequently.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I am a district PRO this year. Take image of the PRO always for the directory, sir. I am not for the directory. I will publish directory, whatever publication will be there. We will publish this year. And my target is each and every member, if we are in 1,400 members, our PRO team's duties will be reached to 1,400 members individually. And that member can give one, so we can be developed 2,800. Because PRO team is the head of the, you can say, marketing, GMT, everything. And our role is man. How to take this line together, how to take this, our district can go ahead and we can publish new things, new ideas, and not for that, we will must come in the media, not in Janambhoomi also. We can go to other place also. And we'll try to reach government offices in the work of Lions multiple, in at least South Bombay people must know what is our district 323 one are there. So my trials are very there. I have to reach all the government offices because I am working in custom also. And I will also take the help of Pramod Bhai. Pramod Bhai is always moving to many courts and all these things. So this time PRO will be definitely do something new and will be remarkable to our district.
Good.
Now I request Firoza ji, Narendra Irawat ji and Lily Mistry. Please give your observation about this 5 speakers who spoke and select one person who gave the best yeah, please. In the meanwhile, your 3 of you all sit down together and select one person who gave the best this thing that is genuinely going to do it. Why I did this exercise? Because this is an opportunity for you to create history. Now, to create history, you should know the background of this great organization. How did this organization come up? So I'll be requesting from the back row, one person to please come up here, so that whichever slide comes in, you'll have to read that out. Why I'm doing this exercise is, if I go on showing you year after year what has been achieved, none of you will remember. But at least the person who comes and reads it, he'll remember that at least 1 year. That's the reason why I'm going to make each one of you to come in the front and read out. You can start from that table, last table. One person must come here. The first one. Just one. 1917. You know what is in 1917?
Okay, Lion Jones, a 38 years old Chicago business leader, told his business club member that they should reach beyond the business issues for the betterment of the communities and the world.
This was in Chicago. Melvin Jones was an insurance agent. You can take this. The next person can come here. So they decided that besides doing business, we must do something for the society. And that's how they got together and they decided to form this great organization. June 7, 1917.
The first Lion Club of the world, Chicago Illinois, was formed.
Yeah. So this was the first club which was formed in Chicago, Illinois. The next one. Please, one after another, please keep on coming.
May I request everyone to please be ready. Thank you so much.
October 8, 9 and 10, 1917.
First national convention was held at Adolphus Hotel in Dallas, Texas. Constitution, bylaws and code of ethics were adopted. Association of Lions Clubs accepted as a name. Dr. William Woods elected first president from Evansville, Indiana, USA.
1917, our constitution was framed, constitution and bylaws. And over a period of time, there has been a lot of development. Our initial name was Association of Lions Clubs. It was not international. It was Association of Lions Clubs. The next one.
The next one, please.
रशिया में रिवॉल्यूशन भी हुआ था, ग्रेट अक्टूबर सोशलिस्ट रिवॉल्यूशन, अक्टूबर 1917.
November 1918, after the World War I, the first issue of Lions magazine came out. President L.H. Lewis from Dallas, Texas.
We had just formed the association. That was in 1917. And that time the First World War was going on from 1914 to 1918. As soon as the World War got over, the Lions, which was a service organization, they started with their first magazine where they developed the idea of how to help the people who were in need, who were injured, you know, the army people and all. That's how the service activities became a major focus area of Lions International. 1920.
Liberty, Intelligence of Nations Safety. Melvin Jones explained it represents a lion facing the past with the pride and the future with confidence, looking in all directions to render service.
Lion's emblem was created in 1920. The main focus of this emblem is One is looking at the past with pride, and one is looking at the future with confidence. That's why we always say when we take in new members that our past have done excellently well, and now we are looking forward to the new members because we have got the confidence that they will do extremely well.
The association becomes international. The first club outside the USA is organized in Windsor, Ontario and Canada.
1920 it became international because for the first time in Canada a club was inaugurated, and that's how they named it as Lions Clubs International. 1925. Yeah.
1925, a new challenge for Lions. Helen Keller asked the Lions to become the Knights of the Blind. Since then, sight-related activities are a focus point for Lions.
1925, the International Convention was held at Ohio, and the guest speaker was Helen Keller. And there she challenged the Lions because Helen Keller was deaf and blind. And there she challenged the Lions that are you going to become the Knights of the Blind? Since then, the Lions International took up vision as the main service activity of this organization. 1930.
1930. Lion George Bonham paints a cane white with a white-red band to aid the visually impaired after he witnesses a blind man having trouble crossing the street.
George Bonham was president of a club in Chicago, and one day when he was standing on the road, he saw a blind man trying to cross the road. So he used to go a few steps and come back. Because the people who were driving the car, they did not know that that person was blind. And the blind person could not tell the car driver that he was blind. So he came out with a stick, which was white cane with a red strip, and he got it approved in their local council. And then onwards, it became so famous that now today all over the world, if you see a white cane with a red band, you know that's a blind man. And this credit goes to our Lions Clubs International member, 1931.
Lions heads out and establish a club in Nuevo Laredo, Mexico. First club in Mexico.
This was the first club in Mexico. The next one, please keep coming. Yeah. The next one, 1931.
1931, the first international convention outside of the USA is held in Toronto, Ontario and Canada.
So after 14 years, the Lions International went outside of America to hold a convention, and that was in Canada.
In 1937, convention was held in Chicago. January 15 is Melvin Jones' birthday. Clubs observe January as a founders and redelegation month.
After 20 years, the Lions International Board of Directors decided that they must celebrate the birthday of Melvin Jones on 13th of January. And for that reason, they came out with the policy of a rededication month. Because the meetings what we hold in the month of January, we take a rededication pledge that why we have become a member and how we can put our best efforts to continue the good activities of this organization. That's an honor what we did for the founder of Lionism.
1940, 24th International Convention went to Havana, Cuba. First time outside of American continent.
Because earlier it was only in America and Canada, and first time it went outside of American continent, and that was to Cuba.
In 1944, the world's first eye bank is created in New York City. Today, most eye banks are Lions sponsored.
Even the eye bank was first created by the Lions member in New York City. And that became such a success. Today, all over the world, most of the eye banks are under the supervision of the Lions organization.
1945, Lions assist in drafting the United Nations Charter, starting a lasting bond with the UN organization at the San Francisco Conference.
This is after the World War II got over in 1945, and the United Nations had a meeting of all the nations there in San Francisco. That time, one of the NGOs which was invited was the Lions International. And Lions International became a part of the United Nations in drafting the policies of how to do humanitarian work. You know, whenever there's any calamity around the world, there's a United Nations peacekeeping force or a United Nations humanitarian force which goes and helps the people. And this drafting was done by the participation of our Lions International. Even today, every year in the month of March, there is one day reserved for the Lions International where our president goes and addresses the United Nations. And that's the day when the peace poster contest, what we hold it all over the world, that child is recognized and honored there by giving a $2,500 check and a citation. So this is how the Lions International's partnership with the United Nations.
In 1947, Lions celebrate 30th anniversary at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City. Lions International became largest service club organization at the time with 3,24,690 members in 19 nations.
In 1947, we were 3,24,690. Now, is it a challenge or is it easy to achieve 1.5 million in 2027? In 80 years, can we not achieve it? We can achieve it because it's in our hand. Do you know the story of this Waldorf Astoria? Most of you who have gone to New York City, you must have seen this Waldorf Astoria hotel, one of the best hotels in the world. And all the presidents of the various countries, if they visit New York City, they stay in this hotel. You know how this hotel was formed? There was this two elderly gentlemen, a couple, elderly couple, who went to Philadelphia for a convention. They were 80-year-plus people. And there was a convention going on, and it was a very stormy night. It was raining very heavily, and nowhere they could get a room. They went searching from hotel to hotel, but everybody said the rooms were packed. Then they went to one small hotel where the general manager was there at the reception counter. So they said, "Can we get a room?" He said, "No, all my rooms are sold out, but I can do one small thing. You all can utilize my room." So the old couple said, "If we utilize your room, where will you sleep?" He said, "See, in this entire town, you will not get a room anywhere. And looking at you two elderly couple, please take my room. I'll sleep on the sofa in the reception. So don't worry about that." And next day morning when they were checking out, they said that you should be the manager of the best hotel in United States. This man laughed and those people went away. 5 years later, this general manager got a letter with a ticket to fly down to New York City, that you be our guest. This man had never been to New York City, though he was in Philadelphia, hardly any distance, 2-3 hours. But this was an opportunity for him to go to New York City. And there when he went, the old couple took this young gentleman and showed him this property, Waldorf Astoria, with that red color building with towers all along. And they said, "You are going to be the manager of this hotel." And the people were William Waldorf, and the manager was George C. Bolt, who became the manager of the best hotel in the United States. Why I'm saying this is, your smallest act of kindness can create a difference in the life of a person, and you'll never understand the kind of blessings what you'll get if you get that opportunity. Never ever miss it. That's what's important in life. The next one, please come. 1948.
First club in Europe at Stockholm, Sweden, followed a few days later in Geneva, Switzerland.
Yeah, 1948 we went to Europe. The next one. Why people are hesitating to tell? 1950. Yeah,
1950, Lion Melvin Jones was nominated as the Secretary General for Life.
In 1950 convention, the International Board took a decision that Melvin Jones will be a Secretary General for life. 1952.
1952, the first Lions Club was started in Japan.
In Japan, we opened in 1952. 1954.
1954, at the New York Convention, the motto, "We Serve," is adopted.
We Serve was adopted at the 1954 convention at New York, and the person who submitted this slogan was D.A. Stevenson of Font Hill, Ontario Club in Canada.
Sir, I was born also in 1954.
So we will not forget this. So we serve.
Nice coincidence. 1956, 3rd February 1956, first club inaugurated in India, Lions Club, Bombay Host.
So the honor goes to your district, Bombay Host. The first club which was inaugurated in 1956. But charter went to the first club in Delhi. Yeah.
And 14 February 1956, first club chartered in India, Lions Club of Delhi.
Do you know how many years it took to form this club? You're talking about 1956. Naushir Pandol started working in forming a club in 1950. It took him 6 years. It took him 6 years to form a club here. So you must understand the kind of hardship those leaders have undergone to establish an organization which has become very popular today. Good. 1956.
1956, the Detroit Lions Club gave 6-year-old Steve Wonder a Christmas gift, a drum set.
A small club saw a talent in a boy, 6-year-old, who was blind, and gave him a drum set, a small piece, maybe hardly $100 or $200. But that man went on to become the greatest musician today, who's worth more than $500 million. And what is his famous song?
I just called to say I love you.
I just called to say I love you. So you can see, when you take up a project, never ever think that it's a small project. See the small project, what wonder it can create. Yeah, please.
1957, Lions launched youth program, a very successful LEO clubs.
The youth program was started in 1957, including the LEO program. Why? I want everybody's participation. 1961.
The passing of a legend. June 1, Melvin Jones passed away.
Yeah, we lost Melvin Jones in 1961.
1964, the first international director from India, Lion Viraf.
Do you know who prepared the flag salutation? Today we read that we salute our national flag. This was done by Naushir Pandol. Today in India, all the clubs, we read out the flag salutation. This was done by Naushir Pandol in 1956, and he made it a practice that in all the Lions meeting, the flag salutation should be read out. And that credit goes to your district, because Naushad Mandal was from A1 district. So the history has been created, but now there's an opportunity for you all once again to create that history in future. The next one.
1967, Leo Cup officially recognized as the Lion program.
Yeah. Now I'll go on reading it out. 1968, the LCIF, Lions Clubs International Foundation, was created. And are you aware till today how much we have paid? $1.2 billion in US grants to 20,000 projects all over the world. This is the kind of humanitarian work what our organization is doing. 1971. Now go on. Our Chicago office in Oak Brook was created in 71. That was our 4th place. And since 71, we are based at one headquarters, and that is at Oak Brook, Illinois. 73. We had 1 million members. Today, 51 years later, we are not able to touch 1.5. And that's the challenge now this year. Our leadership has taken that now by 27 June, we must touch the figure of 1.5 million members. 86. Mother Teresa was given the Lions Humanitarian Award of US dollars 100,000 at the New Orleans Convention. 87. Lions International took a decision to allow women as a member of this organization. The earlier year in New Orleans, when there was a voting, there it got defeated, because the Americans didn't want the woman to come in as a full-fledged member. So the following year, the convention was in Taipei, and there, Stan Eckeston, who was the president at that particular time, he saw to it that this resolution was passed. And Stan Eckeston had a very special affection for this district, A1. Stan Eckeston and his wife, Martha, every year to one of the club of Vilas Lokanwala, Gateway Club. Because at every international convention, she used to come and give her 5,000 US dollars as a check for the service activities. That's the kind of leadership your district had, which had maintained with the international. Now, once again, you have to bring back that old glory, because that potential is there. Provided you put in that effort, you can achieve that. Next one. 1988, the peace poster was inaugurated, and that's the year in the United Nations we decided that the child should be honored, and that was at the Denver Convention at Colorado. 1990, the Site First, the campaign Site First. This was a challenge that was taken. And what was the research study what they made to raise this millions of dollars? They said a survey was done, and that agency suggested that you must focus on 20% of the people who will contribute 80% of the amount, and 80% of the people will contribute 20% of the amount. So both are important. To get the funds, you have to focus on 20% to get that funds. But to create a mass hype, to make the people aware, then you must focus on 80% of the people, though the contribution will be less, but the advertisement will be much more. So with that focus in mind, today we have raised nearly 500 million US dollars for the Site First over a period of time. 1995, LCF partners with the Carter Center, because Jimmy Carter was a district governor way back in 1967, when Dhananjay Bhai Parekh was our governor. They were colleague governors. And at 1995, we signed for a river blindness project. So at the 1996 convention at Montreal, he came and he declared that we will have that partnership. And see how we have progressed over a period of time. Next one. 1996, the 5,000 Leo Club joined the association. Next one. 1999, Nilofer Bakhtiar at the San Diego Convention became the first lady director, because 87 onwards the ladies were allowed as a member, and the first lady to become an international director was from Pakistan, Nilofer Bakhtiar. Next one. 2003, Lionside First and the Carter Center record their 50 millionth river blindness treatment. River blindness is one disease in South America and in Africa, where an insect comes and bites, and that deposits a poison in your blood vessels, and after 15 days that poison comes to your eyes and you become blind. And the treatment for that was one single tablet, but that tablet was costing $1. But the people were so poor there, they could not afford even that one tablet, and this could not be cured. And Lions took it up as a challenge, and they started this treatment. And you'll see over a period of time how we have functioned. The next one. 2007, Financial Times ranks LCF as the best non-governmental organization worldwide to partner. Why? Because anytime when you take an audit report of any organization, you see that 30% of the amount are spent for the administration work, and 70% of the donation goes for real charity. But in our LCIF, the entire administrative work expenses are taken from our administration account. They are not put in the LCF account. So the 100% contribution, what goes to LCIF, are utilized for those charity work. 2010, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation contributes $5 million to the One Life campaign, and Lions International gives $10 million. This is how the work started, because at the 2010 convention at Sydney, when I was there, when Bill Gates' father had come, and he announced that we would like to do a partnership with the Lions. And that time we were very skeptical whether they will contribute or not, and they said $5 million, and we committed $10 million. But you see over a period of time how it went about. 2000, this is that medicine, McTZ. This is a company in New Jersey. They had a partnership with Lions International for treatment of river blindness. Whatever number of medicine you want, we'll give it free of cost. But we didn't have the manpower to distribute that all over the world. That's the reason why we say we need extra helping hands. Because when this kind of a project comes in, we are not able to accept the challenge because we don't have the manpower. That's why we need more members. And you see, 148 million people, that means nearly 15 crores of people have been treated for river blindness by the Lions Clubs International. The next one. 2030. This GAT Alliance 2013 convention in Hamburg, the representative of Bill Gates Foundation came there, and he said, we have come to contribute our share. And at that time our original share was 5 million, theirs was 5 million, and ours was 10 million. And our Lions International president said, we have got 30 million for this measles, and rubella. And immediately he spoke to his office back in New York because the representative had come, and within 15 minutes came and announced that along with the UK government, the Bill Gates Foundation will also give $30 million. You see the kind of action that takes place. We started with 5 million and they went on to 30 million. The challenge to Lions was 10 million, but the Lions increased it to 30 million. That means the potential is there. Whenever a challenge is thrown to us, we go on doing it and we exceed it. 2015-16, Lions Clubs International introduced this LCI forward. Because till then, we were doing the service activities, but the reporting that was being shown was up to 100 million people are being served. So then the Lions International said, we are not getting a proper reporting from all over the world, and they kept a focus of 200 million. But do you know what was the figure that we achieved on June 30th 2022, instead of 200 million, it was 485 million. Because the kind of reporting, when it went from all over the world, but still today we feel that only 70% of the reporting is done. If you put another 30%, we will be easily touching a 1 million mark. The next one. June 2017, we celebrated our 100th anniversary. The next one. 2018, the 50th anniversary of Lions Clubs International Foundation. 68 it started. 2018-19, the first female international president, Gudrun. Next one. 2020, because of COVID pandemic, there was no convention. So for the first time, 1 year tenure was extended for the executive officers and the International Board of Directors. How many US presidents are or became a member or members of Lions Club International? Two. And four. Yes. Anybody else? Anybody else? Huh? Jimmy Carter and there are four. Okay. 38th president was Gerald Ford, was a member of the Grand Rapids Lions Club, that was in Pennsylvania. 39th president Jimmy Carter still as a member of the Plains Lions Club, Georgia. Now there are another two. 40th president Ronald Reagan was a member of Dixon Noon Lions Club. He was a life member. He was a life member of Lions Clubs International. And 43rd President George W. Bush became an honorary member of Lions Clubs International during the 101st convention at Las Vegas in 2018, where you, Ravindra Kadel, you were present there when he was made as the honorary member by our international president. Now we come to the last one. What is this? You put the full thing together. Now this thing is in your hand. To make 2024 a record year under the leadership of Viraf Mistry. That's the history what I would like to say in the future, that this is what is expected from you. Regarding the constitution and bylaws, I'll take it up in the individual clubs, rather than taking it up just now. Thank you very much and God bless you all.